I'm Teresa, and I'm a bioinformatician at the BioImage Archive, and I'm going to tell you briefly about how to submit your data to our repository. So Ibuke has already explained how to organize your data for your submission. So I'm just going to go through the practicalities of it. So first, you will have to register an account, then you will upload your data, create a submission, and then the submission will be completed. Register an account with BioStudies is relatively straightforward. You can do that online. And once you have your account, you will be able to access our submission tool. Then the next step is going to be uploading your data, which means that you're going to copy your data to a holding place at EBI. You can do that in 3 different ways. You can use the submission tool, as you can see in this image here. You can upload single files or upload whole folders. Or you could also choose to upload your data using FTP or Aspera. What method to use to upload your data depends on the size of your submission. So if your submission is relatively small, less than 50 gigabytes and less than around 500 files, you can use a submission tool. But if it's larger than that, we recommend that you use FTP or Aspera. If in the submission tool you click on the FTP Aspera tab, you will have detailed guidelines that will explain how to go around this process. And regardless of the method that you use to upload your data, we recommend that you allow plenty of time from the time you start uploading your data to the time you actually want to submit. Once your data is uploaded, you can start creating your submission. In the submission tool, you will be able to see your submissions that have been already processed. You will be able to see drafts. So that means that you can start creating a submission and then finish it at a later time. And to create a new submission, all you have to do is to click on the new submission button. Then you're going to be asked to select to what collection do you want to submit to. Of course, in our case, we want to submit to the BioImage Archive, so we will select that. And then we'll have to fill in this web form. So this web form, basically, in this web form, what you have to do is to enter the metadata for your study. You can see how the sections of this web form largely correlate with the sections of the REMBI model that Ibuke has explained. So you will have to give information, for example, of the organism that you are working with, or with the imaging instruments that you have used. And the most important thing to bear in mind while you are completing this process is to make your study as easy to understand for other people as possible. Another thing that you will be able to do in this web form is to give associations between different parts of your study for a given study component. So you will be able to associate a biosample with a specimen and the image acquisition method, which Ibuke has already explained more in detail. And you will be able to do this per study component. Once you have completed all the information, you won't have any more validation errors, and you will be able to click submit. And this is the method that most of our users use to submit data to the BioImage Archive. But we understand that there are some studies that are a little bit more complex, that maybe are very collaborative, and different people may need to enter different parts of the metadata. So for those users, we have created these submission spreadsheets. So in this case, one user still has to upload all the data, but then the metadata can be entered by different people by sharing these spreadsheets, for example, using Google Sheets. And once all the metadata has been entered, we can help you to complete the submission. Once a submission has been completed, your data will be copied to permanent storage, and you will be assigned a unique accession number for your submission. It's important that you can select the release date of your data. So that is not when you submit, but it's when your data is going to be public. And you will be able to change this release date. So imagine that your publication is taking a little bit longer than you expected, as it always happens. Then you will be able to extend that release date. And you will be still able to share your data with colleagues or with the reviewers of your paper privately before it's made public. And finally, you will be able to update your submission even after it has been made public. So this was a very brief overview, but we have lots of sources of help if you have any questions. I want to highlight our support email address. We love hearing from our users for questions or for feedback. And also, Ibuke has put together this wonderful online tutorial that I highly recommend if you want to learn more about the BioImage Archive.